Good afternoon. My group is Julio Cesar Ramos and my person, Andrea Cunha. The Martin Preschool Abuse Trial. The longest and most expensive criminal trial in American history should serve a questionary tale when it was all over. The government had spent 7 years and $15 million investigating and prosecuting a case that led to no conviction. More seriously, the McMartin case left in its wake hundreds of emotionally demanded children, as well as ruined careers for members of the marketing staff. No on pine bigger a priest that write bouquet of the principal defendant in the case. Who spent 5 years in high awaiting trial for a crime most people recognize today he never committed. McMartin, who wrote Brenda Williams, said that the trial experience taught her to be more cautious. I know realize how easily sometimes can be cited and misinterpreted and blown of proportion. Another juror, McBaser, Inglés, out expert for blame. I told some of the expert testimony about the children told you more about the expert that the children meet. I mean, if the expert say children are always believe and that you have a child who is not believing. Either the expert is extremely busy or the never see anything like to that child before. The McMartin trial had its origin in cold place to police in Manhattan Beach, California by Judith Johnson, the mother of a 2.5 years old who would attend the McMartin preschool. On about the occasion in 1983, Johnson told Detective Jan Hong that school I'd write bouquet the 25 years old son of the owner of the preschool had molested her son, despite the fact that the young boy was unable to identify right from photo. The police conducted search of the Brookcase home, confiscating such evidence as rookie book, a graduation wrote a teddy bear and Playboy magazine detective who arrested Bouquet on September 7. The one house 1983.
On March 22, 1984, a grand jury indicted Ray Bolke, Peggy Bolke, Ray's mother, Peggy Ann Bucky, Wright's sister, Virginia McMartin, founder of the preschooler 30 years earlier, and three other McMartin teachers, Marian Jackson, Peter Rader, and Babe Spittler. The grand jury initially indicted the McMartin siblings on 115 counts of child sexual abuse. 2 months later, an additional 93 indictment counts were added. As treated, attorney Robert Philobosian pursued his strategy of heaping the McMartin case to boost his chances in a coming primary election. In June, bail for Peggy Bucky was set at $1 million. Ray Bucky was held without bail. El 22 de marzo de 1984, un gran jurado acusó a Ray Bucky, Peggy Bucky, la madre de Ray, Peggy Ann Bucky, la hermana de Ray, Virginia McMartin, fundadora del preescolar 30 años antes, y a otras tres maestras de McMartin, Marian Jackson, Beth Rader y Babe Spittler. El gran jurado acusó inicialmente al McMartin Seven en 115 cargos de abuso sexual infantil. 2 meses más tarde, se añadieron 93 cargos de acusación adicionales, ya que el fiscal del distrito, Robert Philobosian, perseguía su estrategia de promocionar el caso a McMartin para aumentar sus posibilidades en las próximas elecciones primarias. En junio, la fianza de Peggy Bucky se fijó en $1 millón. Ray Bucky fue retenido sin fianza. The longest and probably strangest preliminary hearing in history began before Municipal Court Judge Aviva Bob in early 1984. The chaotic proceeding featured 7 defendants, each with his or her own attorney, and 3 prosecutors. Unlike the typical preliminary hearing in which the prosecution tries to demonstrate cause for bringing the defendants to trial and the defense passively observes. The defense in the McMartin hearing mounted an affirmative defense, aggressively cross-examining a part of prosecution witnesses including allegedly abused children, McMartin parents, therapists, and medical experts. The defense repeatedly tried to raise questions as to who abused on such a massive scale could have gone undetected for years, and suggested that much of the testimony of the prosecution child witness was flatly unbelievable. La audiencia preliminar más larga y probablemente más extraña de la historia comenzó ante el juez del Tribunal Municipal Aviva Bob a principios de 1984. El caótico procedimiento contó con 7 acusados, cada uno con su propio abogado, y 3 fiscales. A diferencia de la típica audiencia preliminar en la que la fiscalía trata de mostrar la causa para llevar a los acusados a juicio y la defensa observa pasivamente, la defensa en la audiencia de McMartin montó una defensa afirmativa, interrogando agresivamente un desfile de testigos de la fiscalía, incluidos niños supuestamente maltratados, padres de McMartin, terapeutas y expertos médicos. La defensa trató repetidamente de plantear preguntas sobre cómo el abuso a una escala tan masiva podría haber pasado sin ser detectado durante años, y se sugirió que gran parte del testimonio de los testigos infantiles de la fiscalía no era totalmente creíble. On November 2, 1989, after nearly 30 months of testimony, the case went to the jury. The jury spent another 2.5 months deliberating its verdicts on 52 of the 65 charges against the 2 defendants. Some charges were dropped during the trial, including all of the charges against Peggy Bucky. The jury returned an acquittal. On the 13 remaining charges against Ray Bucky, the jury announced that it was hopeless deadlocked. Jury foreperson Louis Cham explained the vote. The interview tapes were too biased, too leading. Thus, the main crux of it, another juror told reporters, whether I believe he did it and whether it was proven are very different. Judge Ponders offered his own appraisal of verdicts. I was not surprised by verdicts. I would not have been surprised at any decision the jury made. El jurado pasó otros 2 meses y medio deliberando sus veredictos. En 52 de los 65 cargos contra los 2 acusados, algunos cargos fueron retirados durante el juicio, incluidos todos los cargos contra Peggy Bucky. El jurado emitió una absolución. En los 13 cargos restantes contra Ray Bucky, el jurado anunció que está irremediablemente estancado. El presidente del jurado, Louis Chang, explicó la votación. Las cintas de las entrevistas eran demasiado sesgadas, demasiado tendenciosas. Ese es el quid de la cuestión. Otro miembro del jurado dijo a los periodistas: sí creo que él lo hizo, y sí se probó, son cosas muy diferentes. El juez Ponders ofreció su propia evaluación del veredicto, alegando: no me sorprendieron los veredictos, no me habría sorprendido ninguna decisión del jurado. District Attorney Ira Reiner signed off on the retrieval. 2 new prosecutors were assigned to the case. Joe Martinez and Pamela Ferrero. The second trial also served a new judge, following a successful motion by defense attorney Daniel Davis to have Judge Ponders removed from the case. Ponders expresses relief at the development. I'm finally free after 3 years and 3 months. I was honestly afraid it occurred like through it. Superior Court Judge Stanley Wisberg was assigned to replace Ponders. El fiscal de distrito Ira Reiner firmó el nuevo juicio. Se asignaron 2 nuevos fiscales al caso, Joe Martínez y Pamela Ferrero. El segundo juicio también envió a un nuevo juez, tras una moción exitosa del abogado defensor Daniel Davis, para que el juez Ponders fuera destituido del caso. Ponders expresó su alivio por el desarrollo. Finalmente estoy libre después de 3 años y 3 meses. Sinceramente tenía miedo de no poder superarlo. El juez del Tribunal Superior, Stanley Wisberg, fue asignado para reemplazar a Ponders.